just happened to get a book from one of those free libraries that had Strawbale Gardening. And then as I was flipping through it, I go, oh, this is for me because I live on an anthill of just sand. I do this out of, need, out of necessity for class and economical reasons, and out of my own desire to do something. With my garden, with my cooking classes, with my community, I just want to be of use. The Three Sisters, the companion planting, all in a plot, and to be a model for that, it makes me feel like I did something. I have a mixed ancestry. The first French colonists came to Leelanau County, the Bellingers, and then the first inhabitants, the Native Americans, I'm from both of those. So I really feel like I'm home. When I live a quarter mile from Bellinger Creek and I can go down there and scoop up some water and pour it on my corned beans and squash, I feel like that was meant to be. I don't use any pesticides because if the wildlife eats it or if the pests come in, the garden is for eating. And so I feel that's okay. I don't mind sharing a little bit with those guys. So when we grow the sunflower seeds, they can have those. They've been eating on this sunflower pretty good. Almost all the seeds are gone. It's really maintenance free. During the growing season, you don't normally have this. These grasses are here because it's been here a year, but I did not have to weed. You know you're on the right track when you get mushrooms. So I did, mushrooms were all over, but you know that once it's mushroom, it's making dirt. You are going to want to put some posts and some wiring up here because the plants are going to get top heavy and they're going to want to blow this over. And those times we had wind, this thing would have been on the ground if we hadn't had it posted. Not all straw bales are equal. You're going to want to make sure that you get this year's harvest straw bale because I really think I got last year's harvest straw bale. One way you can tell is they were lighter. And I noticed, I thought, oh, they're lighter. But then I thought maybe I was stronger. But they were light and they had dried out. And then when you condition a hay bale, you have to put fertilizer on these hay bales and water them and take their temperature for 2 weeks to get them to start making their own soil in there. My hay bales never got to the right temperature. And I thought, oh, well, they will. I'll just go ahead and plant in them. Well, that was the second clue. I knew I probably had an older straw bale because they never came to temperature. The other thing that happened when you had an old straw bale was I had to water constantly because they were drying out. And so when you water a lot, you wash all those nutrients away, and then I would have to fertilize and feed. Oh, here's these little mushrooms. These are cool. This is where I had some huge tomato plants. They just went crazy, and so I had the marigolds real close to them. Just try to keep the marigold plants to the tomatoes is what they say. I had so much parsley going. Parsley is my favorite. I'll put parsley on everything. Parsley helps you with good breath. It has an antioxidant. It helps you with inflammation. And so really wanted to have parsley. I remember when I came home and we had a house inspection and the maintenance men were out here, and I got the report back from my husband that the maintenance man couldn't believe how big and how tall and that you could grow out of a straw bale. Anytime you have knowledge for food, it makes you feel like you're gonna live, like I can do this. It makes you feel empowered. I remember growing up, my dad would tell me, well, you can get a degree, or if you're one of the people that can make it through life without a degree. And I was wanting to be a fun-having kid, and I'm like, I'm gonna try to make it without a degree. We need regular people too to spread the message. So I'm hoping I can be a regular person that spreads the message.